Hi, Peter Charles here of Hooked Fly Fishing, and today I've got the Loomis Asquith 9-foot 5 weight out. I'm gonna go after some trout with a floating line and a wet fly. I was hoping for dry flies, but given the way the weather's been, probably not. Probably not going to see a hatch at all. If I don't get anything with the floating line, I'm going to switch over to an Airflow 40 Plus Type 3 full sinking line. Now, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to see how this rod pulls that full sinker out of the water, and since I've got a strong downstream wind, I'll probably be casting it left-handed, so it's going to be a bit of an adventure. So anyway, let's get out there and see how we do.
Now I'm fishing just under the surface. I'm going to make a run through here just under the surface, and I'm going to go back up to the top with a sinking line and see if I can get something that may be sitting on the bottom and not willing to rise up to a wet fly just under the surface. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top and use a sinking line so I can get wet fly down near the bottom as opposed to near the top, and we'll see if we do better. Okay, I'm now out with a Type 3 full sink line. It's going to be hard to see, I understand that. You can see it here, you can see the running line. This is an Airflow 40 Plus. And I'm using this because it'll get that wet fly down and slow in this current. So it'll be low and slow. Now here's the thing about the Asquith rod. I'm just going into a double spay here because of the downstream wind. And see how I just picked it up as easy as anything. Pluck that Type 3 right out of the water. You can see there's no roll cast here. I'm just picking this thing up and casting it. Gives you an idea of the strength and the tip of the rod here. A lot of rods will not do this. The tip will just cave and your full sinker remains in the water. You have no choice but to roll cast it out. Okay, the head is 36 feet long here, and the head is completely out of the guides. Boom. You see the yellow there. I'll pick that right up. Out it goes. I mean, this is an impressive performance by this rod. It just picks this line out as easy as anything else. If it didn't have such a downstream wind, I'd be doing single spays. And picking it straight up into the single spay. That's a measure of a good rod. If you can pull a full sink line out of the water like that, and this is a 9-foot 5 weight, and I'm pulling a Type 3 right out of the water, no problem whatsoever. Now, as soon as the wind comes up, I'm just going to go that way. And to make matters more interesting, I'm butt deep in the water doing this. I mean, it's not like I'm ankle deep. Just makes it more challenging. And it's still getting out there. I move downstream a little bit, see if I can pick up some action through here. Chance of either a resident trout or a bass in here. Fly is small, so probably the bass won't touch it, but the trout probably will. Strong downstream wind, so I'm casting on my left side. Double spay, left hand up. Left hand double spay, easy peasy. And the noteworthy thing is it's just picking this up, picking this Airflow Type 3 40 Plus line out of the water, no roll cast. Just pick it right up, send it on its way. Boom. So here's some thinking here. If you're going to be doing a lot of full sink work, or sink tips, heavy weighted flies, this Asquith just plucks them out of the water like it's nothing. Even when casting left-handed, I can get this Type 3 Airflow 40 Plus line out of the water, no roll cast, straight up into the double. Away it goes. Okay, here's a different scenario. I'm fishing for bass and I'm going to strip some of this in, roll it up, and get it back on its way. And just work more line out. This is bass fishing. There's no trout in this area. And we'll see. I don't know if they'll like it stripped today or not. The other day it was all swung fly fishing. So not only am I battling the wind and I'm throwing a big fly, but I'm also trying to get that sunk running line out of the water. Whoa, here we go. These are 70+ foot casts in the teeth of a headwind with a big fly and sunk running line. That's what the rod does for you. That's the power in this rod. And you think this rod is oriented towards being a presentation rod, not this casting cannon. And yet when you have to, there it goes, boom, 70+ feet into the teeth of a headwind. And I'm not casting a small fly here. Bead head, weighted, rubber legged, hackled, rabbit wing. This is not a small fly. Well, the trout didn't want to play, now the bass don't want to play. So I guess that's going to be it for the day. Go home, have a beer, download the video.
There you've got an example of what this rod can do. The G. Loomis Asquith 9'5" weight. Out here slugging Type 3 full sinking line into the teeth of a heavy wind, or in one case casting left-handed to deal with a crosswind that was coming onto my casting shoulder. It really didn't matter. The rod delivered the distance. It could pick up that full sinking line with no problem. This last segment I was using a very heavy weighted rabbit strip fly. It still sent it on its way into the teeth of that wind. And this is considered to be a light presentation style rod, yet it still has the guts to deliver distance when you need it, even with a big fly and a full sink line. So if you're interested in a very, very capable rod that can do whatever you need it to do, check out the G. Loomis Asquith 9'5" weight.